Welcome back to the Minx28 YouTube channel. I appreciate you tuning in, and if you haven't watched any of our previous videos, please go to the channel and do so at the end of this video or when you have time. Much appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So apparently we have found the possible suspect in the murder, some would say revenge killing, some would say, I don't know, karma playing its fair share. There's many titles we could put to what happened on that fateful day. But apparently they currently have a suspect, and the story of how they got him is kind of insane. Okay, they found him in a freaking McDonald's, and to that McDonald's worker, okay, I say this: your mom's is a hoe. Simple as that, okay?
It is 12:30, and we begin with breaking news in the manhunt for the suspect in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. We've learned this morning that a man spotted at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, is now being questioned in the case. Thompson was killed last Wednesday in New York City in what police called a brazen, targeted attack.
Okay, I don't condone such actions, but I do understand that our actions lead towards consequences, right? Normally in a state like this, the consequence would go towards the person that you call the support number for the insurance company, but not in this case. In this case, this person, probably very knowledgeable, decided he was going to handle the problem at the source, more or less. You can say right or wrong on that. Obviously wrong, simply because someone's life was taken. But there is a certain point at which society reaches a breaking point, and there's no release valve. And as a result, someone took the extreme action because, hopefully we'll find out, reportedly when they got him, he had a manifesto. So, I don't know. But to that McDonald's worker, your mom's a hoe.
In newly released photos, the suspect is seen getting into a New York City taxi about 20 minutes after the shooting, appearing to look right at the camera.
We feel comfortable. We're getting closer and closer.
So they say that this is the suspect that got into the taxi and he looked right into the camera. Okay, first off, it's New York. Shit ton of taxis. Just saying that. Right there from the jump, just want it known. It's New York. There's a ton of taxis. There is no street on New York that does not have a taxi on it at some point within every single 5-minute span. Okay, it's New York. That is a white guy with very good looking eyebrows who looks very hot despite wearing a face mask, getting into a taxi and looking into the camera. Something I'm assuming half of New Yorkers do when they get into a taxi. And of those half, I'm assuming another fourth are white dudes. So this could be anybody. Not saying in defense of him and his actions, if this is supposedly him, but it could be anybody. Anyone that's playing America for a fiddle right now and giving a heart attack to half the rich people on the planet. Lots of white guys in New York, varying shapes and sizes. Are you telling me that the NYPD is being body shaming someone for being hot, having perfect eyebrows, and wearing a good fit? Is that what's happening? Because if that's the case, NYPD, you got bigger problems. Your mayor.
The police also built a timeline starting 10 days before the shooting, November 24th, when they say the suspect arrived in New York by bus just after 10 p.m. He immediately took a taxi to the scene of the crime. He took another taxi to a hostel on the Upper West Side where he checked in using a fake ID and was spotted on a security camera without his mask. On December 4th, police say the suspect is seen leaving the hostel at 5:30 in the morning and arriving near the Hilton 11 minutes later. He was seen walking nearby, ordering at Starbucks, then waiting for Thompson, who crossed 6th Avenue at 6:44 a.m.
They went through the surveillance footage and backtracked all these steps that this guy took. I got one question to that.
Now listen to me very carefully.
When it happens to someone that does not make millions and millions of dollars a year, why don't they do the same then? Because, I mean, clearly this guy was trying in some plotted degree, right, to be a professional with this, okay? He was trying to be Agent 47, but hot. You can argue whether Agent 47 is hot. That's on you. I don't care. But this guy was clearly trying to be that, but also a bit of the main character from Fight Club. Like, there's a message, you know what I mean? They are able to backtrack everything this guy does. Why don't they have the same type of motion whenever some little white girl gets killed in a trailer park, or black kid gets killed in a drive-by and like had no gang affiliation. Where was this same motion when YouTube creator was like killed by her boyfriend when they were on the van trip, and it like the signs were all there, right? Like, and they were missed on 2 stops before the final stop, right? Like, where's that same motion, okay? Your car gets stolen in like a McDonald's parking lot, and they find it 6 months later, having finally found an abandoned vehicle, and it's full of meth and sex stains and a little bit of blood in the trunk. Where's that motion when normal people get hurt? They motherfucking went through everything. They shut down a part of Central Park to find this motherfucker. Where's that same motion for the regular people?
They hope to find the gun used in the shooting and the bicycle the suspect got away on. Near the pond, investigators found this backpack linked to the shooter. In it, police sources tell us, a jacket and Monopoly money.
Some kind of statement, some kind of some messaging that has to be figured out.
He said some kind of messaging. Monopoly money, deny, depose, whatever, defend. All the messaging is there, dog. The messaging is simple. Healthcare in America is shit. It's ass. It's garbage. It's oil rig blowout fucking garbage. Okay, I don't understand what you people need to understand that the news sitting here trying to push this narrative that it's so sad that this CEO died because he's in charge of literally one of the healthcare insurance companies that provides the most denials in a system which is already shit, and you need help deciphering the message of monopoly money. Deny, defend, and depose. Are you serious? When diabetes medicine costs like $5 per vial to fucking make, but then people who have diabetes have to turn around and spend like $300 with good insurance on that vial for the month. Do the math. Do you want to know why Americans that aren't rich are celebrating this motherfucker's downfall? And look, let me preface this. No person deserves to die because of their occupation. However, we must also understand that there is a morality to everything we do. I can go to sleep tonight, having made this video, knowing that I understand, yes, a human life was taken, and that's not justified. Yes, someone is arrested and likely will go to jail for it. It seems like he wanted to, by the way. Just saying, because he seemed to have planned this, but not with the intent of fully getting away. Just the intent of a few days of freedom, okay? But that's just my conspiracy. But the response that is happening because there is no release valve in America for anything. Everything that we have loved, enjoyed, or needed is infested with capitalism. Prime example, football. It's all fucking gambling now, okay? It just is. It's, playing the spread. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. However, it is exploitative at the end of the day, right? And hell, it's maybe influencing one of the dynasties of this era in NFL to, I don't know, be more of a dynasty. Like houses, okay? Every house that's being built now is basically a square with several squares attached. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but like every house no longer has any life, no flavor, no standing. It's all the fucking same. You get cars. Back in the 60s and 70s, cars used to come in like 1,000 colors stock, okay? Stock. You could get a freaking Chevy truck in emerald green and go down the street and get a Lincoln Navigator, I don't know, shit green, and then you could go 2 miles up the street and get a freaking Ford in money green. You could get all your shades of green if you wanted to. But now you go to a car lot and you see silver, you see blue, you see black, you see white. You might see a red or two in there, but that's it. It's all bland. Capitalism has infested everything. It's infested our music. It's infested our fucking clothing. This is why you go to thrift shops and a fucking a tee from an indie band that played only in New York somehow cost fucking $200 at a thrift shop. Capitalism has infested everything. And all those other things it infests, we can kind of fucking mull over because it doesn't affect us that much, right? It's like you could still make life happen without those things. You could buy a fucking shirt from Walmart for fucking $5. Get a paint job for your car. It's like $600, so you'd have to work a couple months and save up, but you could fix that, right? You could not bet and just watch sports and enjoy the sports for what they are. But healthcare impacts you, right? it impacts you in a way that you can't fix because it's reliant upon things that are out of your control. It's reliant upon you having a job, and it is reliant upon your insurer or insurance company actually fucking providing a service. And if you don't fall into their little fucking Discord about how to get that service, it's got to be a network. It's got to be a 30-day supply or a 90-day supply or a 180-day supply. It's got to be only these medications. Sorry that your pharma or your doctor prescribed this one because all the other medications on our list are not compatible with you or whatever. It's got to be this. Oh, and you're going to get a freaking surgery and we're going to tell the doctors they need to hurry up because we're only going to pay for 30 minutes of anesthesia on open fucking heart surgery. I don't understand the media's attempt. I get why they're doing it, okay? It's because it's the media. It fucking sucks. It just does. Mainstream media is fucking garbage. But I don't understand this one, okay? Of all the things that you can make divisive, you chose the one that no one is going to agree with you on. Am I saying that someone got what was coming to them? No, because again, death is very unfortunate. However, we have to look at this from a sense of he was a part of a system that quite literally screws over more Americans a day than the price gouging from grocery stores, than the price gouging on gas, than your fucking mortgage company. The insurance industry quite literally fucks half the country every day, 365. I feel bad that the guy died, yes. But I think Joe Biden, in his final moments as president, should pardon my mans, okay? Just saying. I'm glad, A, that he did not do more. You know, he kept his focus to one thing and moved on. And I'm glad, B, that, like, it wasn't done just because it was a rich person walking down the street. I'm not saying that's justifying it. That's not. Again, unequivocally, killing somebody, no good. Unless they're Hitler. Then, you know, but in this case, no one deserves to die. However, there is no release valve. That's what led to this. And there's no release valve in a system that none of us truly are like impervious in. Okay, that's what led to this. That's, if you want to honor this man and his unfortunate death, fix the health care system. We have the largest economy the world has ever seen, the most impactful economy the world has ever seen, the most capable doctors the world has ever seen, the best medical schools in the freaking world. We have the ability to provide one of the most powerful universal healthcare systems there ever is, okay? This man died because somebody, this is just my theory, but this man died because somebody who knew this very hot, very good looking man from a taxi needed a surgery or a medicine or maybe one last hope on an experimental treatment, and it was denied by United Healthcare. Even though United Healthcare was likely told the person will die if nothing is tried. Because I'm telling you right now, you take this guy to trial and you let his story play out, he wins either way. He's already won public opinion. You take him to court, I'm telling you right now, the man will be a martyr. He will. Sure, he'll get life in prison, but I guarantee you the letters will be flowing in from women and men, trans women, trans men, whatever, wanting to get some conjugal visits to my mans, okay? Free my mans. That's all I'm saying. Rest in peace to the victim. I hope his family is able to obviously move on, keeping him what memories they had with him in his heart, because he was a father, he was a husband, okay? And I'm sure outside of his occupation, there is a high probability he was an extremely good man. This is one of those instances where moral culpability caught up. It is. But as I've always said, and there's a reason why my subscribers, I call you guys the Logic Gang, is because we use logic to come to the answers and points that we need to understand the way the world works. And logically, what has happened was sort of an inevitability. It's not justified. It's not right. And that he should be freed is my sole opinion without logic. Okay, that's my biases. He's hot. Okay, and anyways, that's it for this episode. I hope to see you guys in the next video.